The lunchtime rush was brutal. Steam rose from sizzling griddles, orders barked through the window, and the line stretched halfway down the block. Emily wiped the sweat from her forehead with the back of her hand. She'd been running her tiny food truck for almost a year now, hustling day and night just to keep it alive. Customers didn't see the debt, the late nights parked at empty lots, or the way her hands ached from chopping vegetables until 2 in the morning. All they saw was the cheerful girl handing out tacos with a smile that sometimes cost her more energy than the cooking itself. On that day, though, her patience was wearing thin. A man in a tailored suit had stepped into line, and unlike the others, construction workers, students, office clerks, he stood out. His shoes probably cost more than her entire monthly rent. Emily glanced at him once, frowned, then turned away. "Great," she muttered to herself. "Just what I need, some rich guy who'll complain the salsa's too spicy." She ignored him as best she could, serving everyone else. But when he finally reached the window, he didn't order. He just looked at her with the kind of calm eyes you don't forget. And then, leaning closer, he whispered, "Still remember me?" Emily froze, spatula hovering midair. Her eyes darted to his face, searching for familiarity. Her breath caught. It hit her. 10 years earlier, back when she was still a struggling high schooler working evenings at a grocery store, there was a boy. A quiet kid with worn-out sneakers who used to come in, buying instant noodles with coins. Once, she'd slipped an apple into his bag, smiling, telling him, healthy food matters too. She never thought about it again. "Daniel," she whispered back, her voice trembling. The man's smile widened. "Yeah. Guess I look a little different now." Different was an understatement. That boy who once counted pennies was now standing in a hand-stitched suit, the glint of a watch peeking from his cuff. The world called him a self-made millionaire, founder of a tech company. But to Emily, he was just the boy who'd eaten noodles alone in the corner of a grocery store. Her hands shook as she handed him a taco. "I can't believe, this is your life now." He nodded. "And I never forgot the girl who gave me an apple when I couldn't afford one." The food truck went silent around her. The clatter of pans, the shouts of customers, all of it faded as her eyes filled. She hadn't thought that one small gesture, one tiny act of kindness, could ripple through time like this. Daniel leaned on the counter. "You helped me once when you didn't have much yourself. Let me return the favor." Emily shook her head quickly. No, I don't need charity." "Not charity," he interrupted gently. "Partnership." She blinked. He told her how he'd followed her journey quietly. How he'd heard about her food truck from an old classmate, even come by once before but left when he saw how busy she was. And now, standing there in line, he had an idea. "I want to invest in this," he said, gesturing at her truck, her food, her dream. "Not just because the tacos are amazing, but because I believe in you." The same girl who believed a hungry kid deserved better than instant noodles. The crowd around them murmured, sensing something extraordinary. Emily's throat tightened. She wanted to laugh, to cry, to shout this can't be real. But instead, she whispered, "Why me?" Daniel's reply was simple. "Because kindness is rare. And people who lead with kindness deserve a chance to see it come back to them." In that moment, Emily realized this wasn't about food, or money, or success. It was about humanity. The smallest kindness you give, even when the world overlooks you, has the power to circle back in ways you'd never imagine. The story didn't end with a contract signed right then and there. But it began again, with two old friends sharing tacos at the side of a truck, remembering where they came from, and daring to dream about where they could go next. And maybe that's the truth life hides in plain sight. We rise not by what we take, but by what we give, quietly, humbly, when no one is watching. Emily smiled through her tears, heart lighter than it had been in years. The boy she once helped had come back as a man who wanted to help her. And in that, she saw proof of something greater than success, proof that kindness always finds its way home.